here with Crimson and Wool, and I wanted to bring you my very first video tutorial. I'm going to be doing it on this slouchy beanie. As you can see here, there's a lot of texture to it. Seems like it might be a little complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. So let's get started. Here are the supplies that you'll need. Alright guys, let's get started. You're going to start with a slip knot, and then you are going to work 3 chains. So that is a chain 3. This does not count as a double crochet. So basically now you're going to work 11 double crochets into that 3rd chain from the hook. So when you chained up the 3, it's not your double crochet, but you will work your double crochet into that 3rd chain, and then you will work a total of 11 double crochets. So yes, so basically what you see happening is when you work into that 3rd chain, your tail is going to start to open up. This will allow you room to work all of those double crochets into that 3rd chain. So as you have worked your 11 double crochets, you are going to be able to pull that tail, and it's going to close right up, and it will tighten up for you. I love that part. It's like magic. So now you have 11 double crochets, not counting that chain up, and you are going to close with a slip stitch for your first round. Okay, so now we're going to work round 2. Round 2, it can get a little confusing, but I hope I can explain it well. You're going to chain 2. This does not count as your first double crochet in any of the rounds. So you are going to work 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and now you're going to work a front post double crochet into that same stitch, but the stitch right below it. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook around that post below it, pull through. You're going to pull through 2, pull through 2. You're going to repeat that into the next stitch, which is a little hidden behind it. So you're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to work a front post double crochet into that same stitch right below it. So work behind that post, pull through 2, pull through 2. So this is a pattern repeat. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and a front post double crochet around the same stitch right below it. So yes, so I'll do it one more time. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and work a front post double crochet into the same stitch below it. So you'll yarn over, you're gonna go right behind, and then come back up through the post right below it, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now you'll repeat that pattern all the way around. Okay, so round 3, chain 2. This does not count as your first double crochet. Double crochet into the first stitch, and then you're going to work 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and you will repeat that all the way around. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 double crochets into the following. So that is your pattern repeat. This is an increased round, so at the end of the round you will have a total of 33 double crochets. Alright, so round 4, closing off round 3 with a slip stitch, starting round 4 with a chain 2, does not count as your first double crochet, double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the following stitch. This is another increase round, So the pattern repeat is 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochets into the following. So with this increased round, that will give us a total of 44 double crochets for the 4th round. Okay, so let's have some fun with round 5. It might feel a little complicated, but we'll get through it, I promise. So chain 2, 1 double crochet into the first stitch, a double crochet into the next stitch, again a double crochet into the following stitch, and this is the increase. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1 front post double puff. Now this is kind of something I twerked, so that's what I'm calling it. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the front post below, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert your hook around that front post, yarn over, pull through 2, and 1 more time. Yarn over, insert your hook around that front post, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 4 loops on your hook, and you're gonna pull through all of them. And then you have your little puff stitch. Now continuing the repeat, behind that puff stitch, sometimes it could be hidden, a double crochet into the next 3 stitches, 2 and 3, then your increase, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1 front post double puff into the following. So yarn over, insert your hook around that front post, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert your hook around the front post, pull through 2. 1 more time. Yarn over, insert your hook around that front post, pull through 2, and pull through all 4 of them. So that is your pattern repeat, and it is again an increased round. So at the end of the round, you should have a total of 55 stitches. So let's go over that one more time. A double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then your increase, a double crochet into the next stitch, and a front post double puff into the same stitch. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through all 4 of them. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around. I'll meet you back. So with that, we finished off that round. You should have a total of 55 stitches and a total of 11 puffs on round 5. All right, so round 6, chain 1 does not count as your first half double crochet. Work 1 half double crochet into that first stitch. And this is super easy. All you're gonna do is work 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way around. So that should give you a total of 55 half double crochets for round 6. Alright, so closing off round 6, we are going to do a slip stitch into that first half double crochet, not into the chain 1. So this is going to close off round 6. Okay, so round 7, this is where we get to get a little creative. It's pretty simple, but it adds a lot of texture to the beanie. So you're going to chain 1, and what we're going to do is work a half double crochet into each stitch around. Pretty easy, but the only thing is you're going to work into the 3rd loop. So if you flip over your 2 stitches you normally go in, there's another loop that gets created with a half double crochet, and that's the loop that you're going to work in right behind. So you see your V-stitch, It's right behind that. Right there. You're going to work each half double crochet into that stitch. I call it the third loop. So then you see how it's creating this like knit ribbing. So that's what you're going to do for round 7. You're going to work a half double crochet into that third loop in the back. And you're going to repeat that all the way around for a total of 55 half double crochets. So again, turning your work, you'll see that loop. It shouldn't be too tight. You should be able to work into it. And as you work, it's pretty cool because your ribbing kind of flips and it's easier to find where that third loop is. So go ahead and continue to work 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way around. Alright, so round 7 is going to be closed off again with a slip stitch into that first half double crochet. And as you see here, we have a beautiful knit style that is being exposed through working in that last stitch. Alrighty, so we are going to continue with round 8. You chain 2, this does not count again. And you're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch around, but working into that third loop, just like you did with every stitch on the last round, but instead of half double crochets, you're doing double crochets. So 1 double crochet into the third loop of each stitch all the way around. This will give you a total of 55 double crochets for round 8. So moving on to round 9, chain 2, does not count as your first double crochet, and double crochet into that first stitch and into each of the next 3 stitches. So that is 1 double crochet in each of the first 4 double crochets. And then you are going to work your front post double puff into the 5th stitch. Yarn over, just like before. So you'll yarn over, insert your hook around that front post of the previous round, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over 1 last time, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4 loops for your double crochet or your front post double puff. Alright, so 1 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So that's 3 and 4, and then work your front post double puff into that 5th stitch. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and 1 more time, yarn over and pull through 2. Then pull through all 4. And your pattern repeat is 1 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, and then the front post double puff into the 5th stitch. So no more increased rounds, as you could tell. It's been like that for a minute now. So round 5 ends with 55 stitches in total. So I will continue to work my pattern repeat all the way around and close off with a slip stitch. Alright, so close round 9 with a slip stitch. And then we will basically, for the remainder of the beanie, be repeating the last 4 rounds. So starting with round 10, we are going to repeat round 6. And so round 10, we'll start with 1 chain and then a half double crochet into that same stitch. And you're going to work 1 half double crochet into each stitch around, closing off round 10 with a slip stitch. Alright, so this is round 11. It is a repeat of round 7, chain 1, does not count. Work 1 half double crochet into that 3rd back loop of that first stitch. There you go, see it right there. Work your half double crochet, and very easy round. You're going to continue that 1 half double crochet into that back 3rd loop all the way around, closing off round 11 with a slip stitch. Alright, so round 12 is the repeat for round 8, chain 2, 1 double crochet into the back 3rd loop of each stitch. So you're going to work 1 double crochet into that back loop all the way around, closing off round 12 with a slip stitch. On to round 13, and round 13 is a repeat for round 9, and I will review that for you again. You are going to chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochets, and then on the 5th double crochet you're going to work a front post double puff around that stitch. So again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again through that front post, and pull through 2, and yarn over again, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4. So the pattern repeat again is 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochets, working a front post double puff into that 5th, and you will repeat that all the way around, closing off round 13 with a slip stitch. So now we are on round 14. Round 14 will repeat the last pattern repeat that we've been doing. So it's a continuation of repeating rounds 6 through 9 for the remainder of the beanie. So we are going to again chain up 1, work a half double crochet into that same stitch, and 1 half double crochet for each stitch all the way around, closing off round 14 with a slip stitch. So we are on round 15 now, and it is a repeat of round 7, and just briefly again, that is working 1 half double crochet into each of that back 3rd loops all the way around, closing off with a slip stitch. So yes, I will let you go ahead and continue that repeat and close it off. So I want to kind of go into the beanie itself just a little bit so you get a better idea of what it looks like completed and the repeats that we have going on here. They're basically 4 rows or round sections that we are repeating to complete the beanie. So I'm going to zoom back just a little bit here. So that first row, that round that we had the puffs, is our increase. And then we have 4 sections that's being repeated. And I just love the way it looks. I love the texture you get from working in the back loops of the half double crochets and then those puffs. I feel like it's an easy beanie that gives a very good texturized look. Alright, so we are on round 16 and it's the repeat for round 8, and you're going to chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into the back loop of each stitch for a total of 55 double crochets, closing off with a slip stitch. So we are on round 17. Round 17 is a repeat for round 9, and you chain 2, work a double crochet into that same stitch, and then you're going to work a double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So that's 4. 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches for the pattern repeat, and then in that 5th it is the infamous front post double puff. So you'll go ahead and work that stitch. I'm sure you have the hang of it by now. You'll go ahead and complete that front post double puff. Gotta always have my coffee. Starbucks just came out with their creamers and I had to get the pumpkin spice, of course. So anyways, go ahead and repeat that. Close off with a slip stitch. And we are going to be moving on to round 18. Round 18 is starting over the pattern repeat of the 4 sections. So again, chain 1, work 1 half double crochet into that same stitch, and a half double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and then close off with a slip stitch. Alright, so we are on round 19. Round 19 is a repeat of round 7. Chain up 1 and work 1 half double crochet into that back loop of each half double crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way around, closing off with a slip stitch. Alright, so we are on round 20, and this is the repeat for round 8. I closed off round 19 with a slip stitch, and then I am going to be repeating over that same section. And so we are going to chain up 2 and work 1 double crochet into each stitch, working into that back third loop. And you're going to repeat that all the way around, closing off with a slip stitch, as always. Alright, we are making our way to the end. We are on round 21, and we are repeating that same pattern repeat from round 9, working 1 double crochet into the first 4 double crochets and working the front post double puff into the 5th. And again, repeating that all the way around and closing off with a slip stitch. And I will see you back when I have finished this round. Alright guys, we've made it to the end. We only have 2 more rounds to go. We are going to change our hook size for the last 2 rounds. So if you're working with a different hook size, then for the last 2 rounds I would just go down at least 1 to 2 whole sizes. So I'm using the 5mm crochet hook, and we are going to be repeating rounds 6 and 7 for the last 2 rounds. So that was a chain 1, work a half double crochet into that same stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way around, closing it off, and I will meet you back for our very last round. Alrighty guys, this is exciting. We have made it to our last round. We are on round 23, and we are going to repeat round 7, and that was a chain 1, work 1 half double crochet into that back loop, and you're going to work a half double crochet into each of those back loops all the way around, and then you're going to slip stitch, and then all you have to do is weave your ends in, and you are done with your beanie. And this is so exciting. So yeah, I will see you when you come back around and you are finished. Alrighty guys, so yes, go ahead and finish off the round, joining with a slip stitch as always, and you are done. All you need to do is cut your yarn and weave in your ends, and you're finished. Yay, you're all done. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you stuck through the whole thing, I thank you so much for that. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials. I plan to post every Tuesday, Tutorial Tuesday. Thank you so much and have a great day. God bless.